guys, it's Miss Stephanie. I'm the children's librarian here at the Auburn Library. We've missed a lot of you guys. I'm glad for the ones that we've seen, but it's time for story time. So we're going to do some stories today, some songs, some rhymes. We'll even play a little music together. So I hope you're ready for that. Real quick thank you to Macmillan Publishing and to Chronicle Kids for allowing us to read together while we're not all together in the same room. When we get started at Storytime, we always do the same song. We say, "Hello, friends," but we say it in American Sign Language. So can you go like this? Yeah, just like that, nice job. So we have hello, and then we take our two fingers and we hug them together, just like that. Like two friends hugging, that's friends. So we have hello, friends, and then at the end we'll say it's time, point at your wrist like you're wearing a watch, to say hello. Ready? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. All right, now that we've got it, let's do it one more time together. Ready? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Grown-ups, if you're watching, it is totally okay to repeat like short songs and rhymes with your kids because it gives them a chance to hear the sounds that each word is making, which is a super important pre-reading skill. So everybody knows it's summer outside. It's been really hot. I hope you've been staying cool. And one of the best ways we can stay cool around here is with water. Maybe you've been playing in a sprinkler or going swimming in a pool. But in Michigan, we have lots of natural water that we can play in too. Maybe you've been in a river or a stream. Maybe you've been in a big lake. We have some of the biggest in the whole world here in Michigan. Or maybe you've been in a pond. We're going to talk a little bit about ponds today. And so we need to get warmed up before we start talking about ponds. So let's take our hands and go as high up into the air as you can, like you just woke up and you're reaching for the ceiling. Oh, I don't think we're close enough to the ceiling yet. So let's stand up on our tiptoes and practice our balancing on our toes. This is hard. It might be easier if you find one spot to look at and stare at it. Good job. Come back onto your flat feet. Put your feet on the floor and only bend at your hips. Can you put your hands on your hips so you know where they are? Nice. We're going to keep everything else straight and bend at our hips. Ready? Let's get down to our thighs, if you can put your hands on your thighs. And go down and put your hands on your knees. Can you get your hands to your knees? And all the way down to your shins. Can you get all the way down to your shins? And then if you can do it, reach all the way down and touch your toes. Nice job. It's okay if you can't get to your toes. That's why we practice together. All right, now that we've done that, let's put our left arm out. I think this will look like your left on my recording. And we'll wiggle it. Nice. All right, now put your right arm out. And we'll wiggle it again. And put your feet out. So now you have a point on the top, 2 points on the side, and 2 points on the bottom. What shape do you look like? What do you look like? Oh, yep, that was it. You look like a star. So let's wiggle our left point. Nope, right point, because backwards. Let's wiggle our right point all the way down to our left toe. So we're crossing over. We're crossing over two midlines here, which works all of our brain at the same time. Kind of crazy, right? Okay, now we're going to wiggle our left point all the way down to our right toe. Can you do that? Nice. And come back up. All right, I hope you're all warmed up because we're going to practice our opposites. So we're going to make our arms real big because this is big. And then we're going to make our arms real small because this is small. And then we're going to get real close to the ground because this is short. And then we're going to get real tall again. Ready? This is toe. And then we're going to nod and say yes. And we're going to shake our heads and say no. And then we're going to go fast, fast, fast. And then we're going to go slow, slow, slow. Ready? Get your big hands. This is big, big, big. This is small, small, small. This is short, short, short. This is tall, tall, tall. This is yes, yes, yes. This is no, no, no. This is fast, fast, fast. This is slow, slow, slow. Great job, guys. Go ahead and stretch up one more time. Take a big deep breath and then melt back down into your seat because we're going to read a story together. This first story is called In the Small, Small Pond. It's by Denise Fleming. Let me know if I go out of line on the pictures. In the small, small pond, wiggle, jiggle, tadpoles, wriggle. Can you wiggle like a tadpole? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Waddle, wade, geese, parade. Hover, shiver, wings, quiver. Those are dragonfly wings. Drowse, doze, eyes close. Lash, lunge, herons, plunge. Splitter, splatter, minnows, scatter. Look at those little minnows. Why are they scattering? What's coming after them? What's this guy over here? A frog, yeah. I wonder why he's chasing them. Circle, swirl, whirly-gigs, twirl. Can you twirl like this? Nice, good job. Maybe, can you go the other way? Let me see. Very nice, very nice. Sweep, swoop, swallows, scoop. Click, clack, claws, crack. What are these? Lobsters don't live in ponds, so what do we think this is? Some of you may have gone out and caught them already. I know that my dad used to take me when I was little. They're crawfish or crayfish. Dabble, dip, tails, flip. Look at those duck and geese. They have their butts up in the air over the water. That looks silly. Splish, splash, pause, flash. Pile, pack, muskrats, stack. Chill, breeze, winter, freeze. Cold night. Can you shiver like you're cold? I know it's hard when it's this hot out. Sleep tight. Small, small pond. Great job, guys. You knew a lot of that stuff. I'm really impressed. So we're going to do a song that you probably know, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. So raise your hand if you know Old MacDonald. Well, you know Old MacDonald had a farm, but did you know he had a pond? Like he did. So we're going to do Old MacDonald Had a Pond, and the first animal we're going to do is a frog. What does a frog say if we found him in Old MacDonald's pond? Ribbit? Yeah. So we're going to say Old MacDonald had a pond, and in that pond there was a frog with a ribbit here. Got it? I'm counting on you guys. Counting on you guys to know the words. Ready? Old MacDonald had a pond, E-I-E-I-O, and in that pond there was a frog, E-I-E-I-O, with a ribbit here and a ribbit there. Here a ribbit, there a ribbit, everywhere a ribbit. Old MacDonald had a pond, E-I-E-I-O. What other things might be in that pond? We saw some in the book. I think I saw a goose in the book, yeah? What does a goose say? A goose says, honk. Can you guys say honk? Nice job. All right, let's try it together. Old MacDonald had a pond, E-I-E-I-O. And in that pond there was a goose, E-I-E-I-O. With a honk honk here and a honk honk there. Here a honk, there a honk, everywhere a honk honk. Old MacDonald had a pond, E-I-E-I-O. Let's do one more. Let's do a fish. And fishes go like this. They go swish. Can you swish your fish? Swish and fish rhyme. So that's a fun one to say. So we have fish that go swish. Ready? Old MacDonald had a pond, E-I-E-I-O. And in that pond he had a fish, E-I-E-I-O. With a swish, swish here and a swish, swish there. Here a swish, there a swish, everywhere a swish, swish. Old MacDonald had a pond, E-I-E-I-O. Nice job, guys. Yeah. All right, lots of things live and play around and in ponds. So I brought some pictures, and let's see if we can figure out what they are together. Are you guys ready? Am I close enough? Can they see? All right, sweet. What is this thing? It's long and has big wings that look like they're kind of see-through. It goes bzzz when it flies around. This is a dragonfly, yeah. Nice job. How about this guy? He's big. And he eats other creatures in the swamp and in near ponds. He's a bullfrog ribbit. He's a real deep ribbit. What about this one? What do you think this one is? I heard duck. Yeah, it's kind of like a duck. It looks a lot like a duck. And I know they say if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. But this one's tricky because it's a mallard, which a lot of people think it's close enough to a duck to call it a duck. All right, next one. Ooh, this one's tricky. We know this is a fish. What kind of fish could this be? It's our state fish. I don't know if you knew we had an official fish, but this is our state fish. This is a brook trout. You can find this in all sorts of rivers, streams, and ponds around Michigan. What about these? Now this isn't an animal. This is a plant. Have you seen these around? There's lots of them. Less this year because the water is so high. These are cattails. Nice job. What is this guy? What is he? He's a turtle. Yeah. More specifically, he's a box turtle. That's why he has the big round shell. Lots of the other turtles in Michigan, their shells are flatter. What about this guy? If you ever see him flying, he's real big and long. Yeah, he's a blue heron. We've got lots of those, especially up north. All right, and here I brought a tricky one. What do you think this one is? Have you seen him before? Yeah, I know that when I drive through Quanakee, that's out on the edge of Bay County towards the thumb, I see lots of these guys building. It's not a beaver, but that was a really good guess. If you could see his tail, you would know it wasn't a beaver. It's a muskrat. We read about that in the book. They were building their house. They build their house a little differently. They mostly build it out of mud and sticks instead of big logs like the beavers do. But great job, guys. You know the animals and plants in a pond really well. Give yourselves a round of applause for being so smart. Excellent job. Now, there are lots of fun ways to play in a pond. You could go swimming. You could go diving and see all the mud and the dirt and the plants and the animals. You could maybe even go canoeing. Have you ever been canoeing or kayaking? It's been a little while since I've been, but I think this is a good summer to go. And our characters in this book are going canoeing. It's a mom and her son. Now, if you want to, while we're reading this story together, as they paddle, you can paddle. So you take one hand on top of your paddle and one hand on the stick of your paddle, and you pull it back, and you can switch hands and go the other way. Yeah, nice job. So we're gonna read this book together. It's called Over and Under the Pond. Hopefully I'm close enough you can see the pictures. Over the pond we slide, splashing through the lily pads, sweeping through reeds. The water's a mirror, reflecting the sky, sunshine and clouds, then a shadow below. What's down there? I ask. Under the pond, Mom says. Under the pond is a whole hidden world of minnows and crayfish and turtles and bullfrogs. We're paddling over them now. If you look down, can you imagine that you see all of those animals? The fish and the turtles and the frogs and the bugs. Over the pond we lift and dip and pull past a row of painted turtles on a waterlogged tree. 1, 2, 3. They slip off and away. Splash, gurgle, splash, under the pond. Over the pond, the shadows of trees lean out from the shore. We coast under a low-hanging branch. Make sure to duck when you go under a low-hanging branch. A moose looks up with a mouthful of water lilies. Look at those water lilies. We've interrupted his lunch. Under the pond, beavers dive deep. They pump with powerful tails and rise to the surface with delectable roots from the mud. Delectable means delicious. Over the pond, the wind gives us a push and stirs the light dappled leaves on shore. There on a branch, a new goldfinch. Did you see him? That new goldfinch teeters. He's a tiny little bird. Can you see him now, maybe? Yeah. He's ready to fly. Under the pond, tadpoles are changing, learning to hop. They're losing tails, growing legs, growing up. What do tadpoles grow up into? What do they turn into? Why would they grow legs? Yeah, because they turn into frogs, you're right. Oh, look, the sun's getting lower. Over the pond, the shadows stretch. Ospreys circle on quiet wings. Raccoon and mink stalk the shore for supper. Under the pond, with a flip of a tail, a crayfish, way down here where the raccoon's trying to eat him, disappears in the dark. Over the pond, we head for home. We glide, swish, bump, right up onto shore as a far-off loon calls goodnight. You may have heard of loons. We have a baseball team named after that bird. The sky turns from sunset to dusk to dark. Night settles over the pond. The prowling catfish and drowsy turtles, the scuttling crayfish and tadpoles turned frogs, wading herons and stalking raccoons. And the hidden world under the pond. Did you ever think there were so many things in a pond? I don't know that I thought about it. Adults, when you're reading a book like that one that's really long, feel free to skip parts of it. Just to show you, I have sections paper clipped off. I don't know how well you can see that, but I have sections paper clipped off, which makes it easier for me to know how to turn and go with the story. But it's okay to just stop short if it is no longer fun. Especially for little ones, it's way more important to have a fun reading time than to finish a book. All right, but I saw you guys were paddling so well with your rowing. We're gonna do a song about rowing. So let me grab my ukulele again so that we have some music. I think you probably know this one. It's Row Your Boat, but there's a second verse. And when we get to the second verse, I'll tell you because it's gonna change just a little bit, okay? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. All right, let's do that verse one more time now that we've got it. Ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Nice job. That was some nice, smooth paddling. But now we're gonna rock the boat. You guys ready? We're gonna rock the boat. We're gonna go like this. Rock, rock, rock the boat. Gently to and fro. Look out, give a shout. Into the water you go. Let's do it together. Ready? I'll rock with you guys. Rock, rock, rock your boat gently to and fro. Look out and give a shout. Into the water you go. Ah. Let's do that one more time. Ready? Rock, rock, rock your boat gently to and fro. Look out, give a shout. Into the water you go. Ah. Nice job, guys. All right, last song before we say goodbye today. Can you hold up 5 fingers like this? Let's pretend each one of our fingers is a frog. Okay, so we have 5 green and speckled frogs, and they're sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum, and you can rub your tummy. I don't know if bugs sound good to you, but they do to the frogs. And then one jumps into the pool where it is nice and cool. Now there are, how many frogs? 4 green speckled frogs, and we'll count down. Ready? Five green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. All right, show me your 4 fingers. Everybody got their 4 fingers? And if you want to, I don't have a free hand for it with my ukulele, but if you want to, you can make them sit right on a log, like that. Nice. All right, let's get our 4. 4 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. Show me your 3 frogs sitting on a log. Nice. Good job. All right. 3 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green speckled frogs. Thank you, Miss Stacy, for being behind the camera and holding up the right number of fingers so I don't get confused. All right, show me your 2 frogs on a log. Ready? 2 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 green speckled frog. I think that frog might be lonely, so we better get him into the pond too. Ready? Show me your 1 frog on a log. 1 green and speckled frog sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Nice job. Give yourselves one last big round of applause before we say goodbye. When we say goodbye at my story times, we do it a lot like we say hello with sign language. So go like this. Nice job. Just like that once. That's goodbye. And then we use our friends word again. We take our fingers and hug them together. Nice. So we have goodbye, friends. And then at the end we'll say it's time to say goodbye. Ready? Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching this with me today and reading with me. I will be back next Monday, same time, same channel, with another story time, so hopefully we'll see you then. And feel free to come and visit us at the library. Bye!